Hey folks, how are we doing today? It's Andrew down here at C. Harper Honda, and I have a great video today because we have the all-new 2023 Honda CR-V Sport Touring Hybrid SUV behind me, and we're going to compare it against its gas-powered buddy. That's right, we have the 2023 Honda CR-V EXL. The two top-level trim models goes EXL, then they go Sport Touring. Let's show you the differences between these two models. All right, and here we are. We have two 2023 Honda CR-Vs in front of us, both in meteorite gray, but we do have a couple of different trim levels, of course, with our brand new Sport Touring trim level offered on the hybrid model. And that's right, it only comes with the hybrid engine. So if you are looking to get into the most fuel efficient Honda CR-V for 2023, well, you're gonna be getting this hybrid trim level with our sporty accents. So let's show you the differences between the models right below it. In the 2023 Honda CR-V, at least at this time of recording, we have a few different models to choose from, starting with our entry-level EX trim level. Then we have our Sport trim level. From there, we have this one on the left, the EXL model, which gets you some leather and other additional goodies. And right at the very top, we have the Sport Touring trim level. So on the outside, there is a few immediate differences. What you will probably notice first is these beautiful gloss black painted 19-inch alloy wheels. They look fantastic on this Honda CR-V. They're about 1 inch larger than what you have standard on the EX and the EXL trim levels. Still a very good looking trim level on the EXL, but there really is something that quite captures the look of this new CR-V with these 19-inch gloss black painted wheels. Really love how they look on here, and especially how they contrast off this meteorite gray color. Next up, we also have a little bit of a different front end. As you can see with our standard EX and EXL looking model there, we have a different front fascia on this Sport Touring trim level with our little silver accents on here. Of course, we still have all of our standard safety equipment up front, including our front parking sensors, our equipment for our Honda safety sensing suite for our adaptive cruise control, our lane keep centering, all of that. And of course, we have our new LED headlights and LED turn signals fully integrated right there. Now, coming along the side of this vehicle, you'll notice it's a little bit hard to tell this next feature you get on the Sport Touring trim level, but we do have gloss black painted side view mirrors, so they kind of match the exterior wheels you get here on the Sport Touring trim level. But as you can see on our EXL model over there, they are just body colored on that trim level. So you do get that, and you also get the addition of having heated mirrors. So if you're in a colder climate, much like we are here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you have, in addition to your blind spot monitoring, you also have mirror heat, so you get any snow or ice off of those mirrors. Next up on the additional features you get on the Sport Touring trim level versus the EXL, well, we have these gloss black painted roof bars. So of course you can put some roof rails in there from our Honda dealer accessory. It really does add a nice look to this CR-V. And once again, it matches all of the other gloss black painted accents on the Sport Touring trim level, of course, being the wheels and those side view mirrors. As you can see on our EXL trim right here, it is a bit naked of sorts without any roof rails. Of course, you can add those at a later time, but you do get them standard on the Sport Touring trim level. And finally, as we're around the back on this, of course, both the EXL and the Sport Touring trim level have a power automatic lift gate. However, there is one cool way to utilize it on the Sport Touring trim level. Just wave your foot beneath the vehicle and it will automatically open up the rear hatch of this Honda CR-V Sport Touring. And what's really nice for that, some might think it's somewhat of a gimmicky feature, but if you ever been in a situation where you're carrying a big load of groceries or dog food or something heavy and really kind of struggle to get your key out of the vehicle or up into the area where you can hit the button on the exterior gate, well, it is so easy to just kind of maneuver your foot below it and go from there, have it open up automatically. Of course, in the back, we have plenty of storage space. We have our subwoofer for our upgraded audio system. Be sure to hear more about that in just a second. And these seats fold down real nicely. Of course, we do have some power on the side here as well. And just as easy as it is to open that, you can either close it and set the height with our button right there. You can use our key fob, or once again, just wave our foot, do a little happy dance, and down comes the tailgate on our Sport Touring trim level 2023 Honda CR-V. Finally, rounding up the differences in the back of our new 23 CR-Vs, you'll notice on our EXL trim level right here, you don't have anything special, no exhaust tips. However, on the Sport Touring trim level, we do have dual chrome exhaust finishers down here. Really nice, a little bit of a diffused fascia underneath as well, adding to that sporty look. Taking a look at the inside on this EXL model 2023 Honda CR-V, you will notice that all new redesigned interior. This one is featured in the lighter gray material, so we're not apples for apples in this comparison with colors, but you will see some differences on the Sport Touring trim level. Let's take a look. Stepping into the Sport Touring trim level, you will notice some beautiful leather seats, but with this Sport Touring trim, we do have orange deviated accent stitching, which looks fantastic. We also have a black headliner on this vehicle, adding to the effects and the sportiness of this trim level. Of course, on the steering wheel as well, we do have some more of that orange deviated stitching to match the rest of the vehicle, which looks nice and sporty. And another feature you get with this over the EXL, of course, is our heated steering wheel. So once again, in a very cool climate, great to have that feature. You really almost don't even have to wear gloves when you have the heated steering wheel, a feature exclusive to this Sport Touring trim level. Another feature we have on the Sport Touring trim level is the addition of these paddle shifters. So you can see we have our up and our down arrow here. However, you might be noticing we don't have a traditional automatic transmission in here. No gears to be shifting up and down through. So what are these paddles for? Well, if you come down here to our gear selector and put it all the way back into B, as in brake mode, that brings up what is called our regenerative braking. So as the vehicle slows down, it puts some of the power given from the electric motors back into the battery pack, charging itself. Now, you can control the level of regenerative braking you want with this by either adding more or less, and you can kind of see it here in the middle as I switch through. We have our most amount of regenerative braking to our least amount. Really nice feature to have, and I think anyone that gives our regenerative braking a shot is going to love how it feels on a daily commute. And now taking a look down here at our shifter area, we do have our drive mode selector, and the Sport Touring trim level does give you an additional drive mode. So of course we have our economy mode, our snow mode to give a little more traction during slippery weather, but this Sport Touring trim level exclusively gets you our sport mode to give you a little bit more of a responsive motor and transmission, giving to a more sporty feel. But of course we do have our tri-stage heated seats for the driver and passenger, our automatic climate control dual zone, super nice feeling buttons with these. And then coming below, we have some of our charging options with a USB-A, a USB-C, a 12-volt traditional outlet, and a wireless phone charger. Now, while this EXL model does have an upgraded audio system and 8-speaker unit, we do have one better with the Sport Touring trim level. Let's talk about it. That's right, the Sport Touring trim level gets us a 12-speaker Bose branded stereo system with subwoofer. So you get a couple more speakers, 8 versus 12 in the Sport Touring trim level, but we also get built-in navigation with this head unit. Of course, we do have our standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, all available wirelessly with this Sport Touring trim level, along with the EXL model. However, if you do prefer an integrated navigation system, well, you're going to want to choose the Sport Touring trim level and have this bad boy built right in. Let's take a peek at the back seat of this Sport Touring trim level. As you can see, our orange stitching comes through just as nicely on the rear seats, but there is one main difference you get with this Sport Touring trim level. Although both models do get our rear AC and heat air vents, we get 2 USB-C outlet charging devices exclusive to the Sport Touring trim level. All right, so let's talk about the other main thing that you get with this sport touring trim level, and that is the additional fuel economy because it is a hybrid powertrain. So this EXL model, equipped with all-wheel drive, gets us around 27 miles per gallon city, 32 miles per gallon highway for a 29 mpg combined rating. Pretty good for this class, for this size of SUV. However, if you are looking to get a little more fuel economy, you're going to want to spec either the sport or sport touring trim levels with the 2-liter hybrid electric motor, and that'll get us 40 miles per gallon city, 34 miles per gallon highway for a 37 mile per gallon combined range. That's a 13 mile per gallon advantage in the city, 2 additional miles per gallon on the highway, and an overall of 8 miles per gallon better than the non-hybrid CR-V models. You gotta love that fuel savings. Alrighty folks, I hope that was helpful. That is all of the differences you get between the 2023 Honda CR-V EXL and the all-new 2023 Honda CR-V Sport Touring hybrid trim level. Now please let me know if you have any questions about these two models below. I hope I answered all of them, but I will happily respond to any more in the comments. And please also let us know which one you would choose. Do you like the traditional looks of the EX and EXL model, or the upgraded looks of the hybrid Sport or this Sport Touring trim level? I think they're all really good SUVs. They fit different purposes, and you really can't go wrong with whichever one you choose. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.